Okay, here's a little video I put together. I'll call this Mix Mash Part 1. But anyway, when I was cruising in Florida this winter, everybody, all the cruisers, seem to be making their own alcoholic beverages. So anyway, they'd always come over and say, "Oh, try this, try this, try this. I just made this. This is really awesome." So anyway, I kept trying their moonshine or whatever, and it's actually really, really good, but really, really strong. So basically, in my spare time, I had them show me how to make this. So I don't claim to know what I'm doing. Being you guys out there know what you're doing, I probably don't have a clue what I'm doing, but it seems to work for me, and I'm getting good results. And everything is scaled small, so I can use it on the boat. So I wish it could be bigger scale, but anyway, this is what I've got, and this is what I use, and so far it's worked really good. And I'm always looking for improvements. So if any of you guys do this, make sure you tell me how it worked and any good ideas or anything else. All right, cool. Well, anyway, here's the 5 gallon bucket we use, and it's just a standard brewing 5 gallon bucket with an airlock on top. And the airlock, all this is water and yeast, water, sugar, and yeast. So anyway, I've got about 10 pounds of sugar in here and about 3 or 4 gallons of water anyway, and then 3 packages of brewer's yeast, and that's the airlock with it. When that quits bubbling up there, it keeps the water, the air, from going inside the 5 gallon bucket. When that quits bubbling, that means that you know it's pretty well done, and then you start running it. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Everybody thinks sugar and water should look clear or white, but it's kind of a dirty brown color. But anyway, this here has been going for about a week, and so it's pretty close. So anyway, this is my setup here. It's just a standard pressurized cooker with a brass dill, and it's all capped off and everything. Anyway, it goes down in these coils right here in this bucket. And that big tube that you see up top, that is for overflow because that water gets extremely hot. So what you do is you keep pouring cold water in there periodically, and you flush the hot water out of it. And every 15 minutes, I'll throw in a bunch of cold water to try to keep those coils hot because they do get hot. But if you don't, you'll get more water coming out than alcohol. So anyway, that's how that works. You basically got to keep it around. I found about 210 degrees. Seems to work pretty good for me. If you go any higher than that, you'll start getting more steam from the water than the alcohol. And alcohol will vaporize before water will. So that's how you separate the alcohol from the water. So anyway, that works pretty good. So cool. So anyway, just keep pouring the water in here like this. Like I said, I'll pour a couple of these little pots of water in every 10 or 15 minutes. And anyway, and hopefully you'll get like 2 or 3 drips a second. They'll come out. And if you get a steady stream, that means you're probably getting more water than alcohol. But as long as you get a couple drips every couple of seconds, it's actually pretty good. So I know when you first run it, it'll come out stronger. And then the longer you run it, the weaker it'll get, the weaker it'll get, the weaker it'll get. And when it gets down about 20% alcohol or so, well, I'll stop it and then I'll pour that out and start a new batch. Anyway, this is, I don't know what you call this flask, this hydrometer. And one side will be percent alcohol, and the other side will tell you the proof. So anyway, this is how that works. You pour your alcohol in here, and then it will sink. You'll be seeing it here in a minute how I do that. So anyway, just keep watching, and I'll explain stuff. Test this. It's hard to do with one hand here, but we'll try. So I'm going to catch that under there and keep that going. Now we're going to test this here. So let's pour this into the hydrometer. This is the first run, first batch, so it's probably going to be kind of weak. But anyway, first batch, first run, so it's going to be kind of weak. Anyway, there's that. Now we're going to put the hydrometer in and see what we got. So anyway, we're going to put this in here like so. Let it quit bobbing, and let's see what we got. Okay, we've got... Right now we're running about 80 proof. Or we'll switch it around. And about 40%. So we're about what if you buy rum from a store, that's about the percentage, 80 proof and 40% alcohol. So anyway, we're going to keep running this, and then what you do is you save this batch right here, And then when all of it's mixed and everything's going to run, we're going to run this one more time, and it will jump up anywhere from probably about 130 to 180 proof. It'll double in strength. So when we go to run this all over again. So anyway, that's it. And anyway, this is still dripping good over here. So anyway, that's how that's done. So anyway, I'll check back in a bit. Bye. So anyway, this is still the same run. My first batch over there. We're going to test this now. It's hard to do one-handed. But anyway, we're going to pour this in here. So anyway, we've dropped to 30% or 20%, 40% alcohol. So anyway, when this drops down to about 20, I will stop this and probably throw this batch away and then add a whole new batch, and we'll start all over again. It'll come out strongest, and then as the strength totally decreases, well, we'll try to fill this container up here, and then what we'll do is this container right here, we will run this again, and this will double, triple in strength. So anyway, it works pretty good. So anyway, cool. Okay, this is what we had from the 10 pounds of sugar. This is what we had, and this is the first run, and this is, oh, my hands are dirty. This is 40 proof. So anyway, we're going to take this batch here. This was what came out of the first run, and then we are going to pour this into that, and then we are going to see what 40 turns into and how much we have left. All right, cool. So anyway, come back for our next episode here, and I'll probably just be a 2 or 3 series round, but we'll try to get this alcohol here, this 40% alcohol, up to 130% or whatever, and then we'll work on some flavorings for it. And so anyway, I'll just give you a tip how to do it, and I'll try to do it good. All right, cool. See you. Bye.